Let's talk about how to do a HIPAA Security Risk Assessment. This is the first step in getting your practice HIPAA compliant. To start, let's talk about what is the information that you're protecting. You're protecting your client's protected health information, or PHI. So, let's start with what is PHI. PHI is any protected health information, and the ePHI is that information stored electronically. That includes a lot of things, including names, addresses, medical record numbers, photos, emails, and much, much more. So in order to protect your client's information, you need to do your security risk analysis and look at all the places where something bad could potentially happen. So, what's step one? Identify all the places that you store your client's PHI. Computers, file cabinets, both paper and electronic records, phones, all of those things. Second step, you get to think of all the ways that something could go wrong in the places that you store this information. The third step, look at what measures you're taking to protect the information now. Your security, your antiviral, locked cabinets, all of those things, secure email. Figure out what you're doing right. Then look at how much information could be compromised if something went wrong. So in your phone, do you have two clients' information or every client's information, past and present? How much information is in there? Is it just a phone number? Is it an address? Is it a full name? How catastrophic would it be if this information got out there? Your fifth step is to figure out what are the ways that you can better protect the information, make a list of the fixes, and prioritize them. And of course, you're prioritizing them based on what you've learned in step 4, which is how much damage would a violation cause your clients. Sixth step is to make your changes. And make sure you note them on your security analysis spreadsheet, and make sure you keep that in your compliance folder. Seventh step, make your schedule for your next assessment. You should be doing this at a minimum of annually. And I suggest just after you finish one, just put it in your calendar as a reminder for next year. All right, let's just go a little deeper into what you're looking at in your risks assessment. First thing you're going to look at is your physical space. Are your cabinets locked? Does your landlord have access to your office? Is your office secure? Is there a security system? Is your waiting room secure? Like, are people coming out and saying next client and mentioning a name? First, your physical safeguards, then your administrative safeguards. This is probably more important for a group practice, but you need to designate a security officer. So if it's just you, you're the security officer. If you have other people, logins need to be controlled. And if you have a group practice, you need to be training your staff in HIPAA policies. If you're in your own practice, you need to be making sure you're getting regular training in HIPAA policies. Technical safeguards. This is more your electronic protected health records or information. So your phones, your computers, anything electronic that you're utilizing in your. Let's start with phones. I mean, your best practice is not to keep any sort of secure information on your phone, but if you do, you need to make sure that you can erase the phone if it's stolen. and that you have other security on there, such as a really strong password. For your computers, you need to have a firewall, you need to have an antiviral, and you need to run them frequently, and some malware protection too. But you need to, the most important thing is to not just have it, but to make sure you're running it really frequently. One aspect that often gets missed is any data on electronic devices you dispose of. And I think most of us know about the basics, your USBs, your external data drives, but one of the things that people don't always think about is your printers. You need to see if there's any sort of data stored on that before you dispose of it. You also need to make sure you have business associate agreements with anybody who can access your PHI. So your electronic health record provider, any electronic faxes, HIPAA email, phone, text servicing, anybody that has any sort of access to your client's protected health records information. This is what a security risk analysis form might look like for you. And you got this, you can do this. So what item is it? What's your potential problem? How likely is a breach? What can you do to fix it? How much information can be out there? And dates when you do fix it. And now you can go back to work knowing that you've complied with HIPAA and you have the security of your client's information covered. Great job.